What up, where's man? Dream with Dream Motivates. I have some breaking news right now. We had to stop right now. Pause for the call. Stay tuned. This is a very special edition with the Entrepreneur Blueprint, 911 style. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back to a very special edition, infomercial information. Right now, stop what you're doing. Just stop wherever you are, whoever you are. You need to stop. And I'm not playing. It's not like I'm trying to sell something. We're going to give away some very important information. What is happening in the world as we speak right now in your humble abode, right? So, you may or may not have heard about things happening with Bank of America, um, retirement funds, etc., that are happening real time. And this is a conversation with our special guest that we have in the house. Um, our financial literacy coach, Dr. Loretta Wall, is here, and she has been talking about this way prior to this news that we're hearing right now. So, with no further ado, we're gonna do a deep dive real quick for you guys to understand how important this is and how you need to make a shift in your financial situation. Literacy is what you need to just understand. And I didn't understand it prior to meeting Dr. Loretta Wall, and she is here with us to give us for information, for call to actions for you to activate your power to choose where you keep your own money. So let's go. Dr. Loretta, what in the world literally is going on?
Man, it's some things that are happening that, if you're in the financial space, you kind of have gotten some sort of foreshadow to it, understanding how money moves in this country, understanding how money grows in this country. You can see how what is happening today, it can easily happen because when you're putting your money in an institution like a bank, that money doesn't stay there. Money doesn't stay in the bank. And when there are glitches, where there are some situation where something's going on with your money, they have control over it. And so showing up to a place where your money is not there or waking up, that has to be very scary.
Correct.
And so, what I've been talking about for years, and it was new to me a few years ago, is just getting control of your own money, growing it, protecting it, and having enough of it when you need it, as opposed to it sitting in a place, it's not growing, it's being utilized to build wealth for institutions, yet and still you may not have access to it. And so, what may be surprising today is something that it's been writing on the wall
Yeah.
for a while.
This is a straight up 911 call. Unfortunately, and I want to say for you guys to understand how important this is, right? No disrespect to Louisiana, but I want to use this as an example. They were telling people during this storm, prior to the storm coming,
Mhm.
to get out.
Mhm.
They were telling them
Mhm.
to take cover. They were telling them to watch out. We're forecasting a amazing storm that's coming, and some people literally just did not pay attention. And at that point, we had casualties, right? I look at it no different than that situation because when you're financially in distress,
Mhm.
there are some things that happen whether you like it or not. A lot of rules go out the door. It's we're going after it for our family. We got to save our family right now. So
Mhm.
we want to educate our people. So I just want to give some questions that I have for you
Mhm.
that a lot of people probably have in general that can help us understand banking,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So this is not a sales pitch. This is a real. We just want to care about people right now so they can understand. So number one, in banking, you put your money in a bank.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Put your money in the bank. That's what we've been taught. Put your money up, save your money. We get that part.
Mhm.
The bank is only able per se to secure up to $250,000, right?
Mhm.
Based on the insurance plan.
Mhm.
So what does this mean? If you put $1 million in the bank, you're out of 750 in a catastrophe. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what that means.
Okay,
Mhm.
so with that being said, these people, for you guys to understand why I mean, you could look it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a second right now through production. I want you guys. We're gonna pay attention to some of these clips. We're gonna roll this clip out. Y'all check this out real quick.
Well,
Everyone
some
hold
Bank
on
of
to your
America
high
customers
horses.
say
Banks
money
are
is
getting
missing from
suspicious.
their accounts. People are sounding off about this on social media, and this morning we know of at least one person who says their checking account was wiped clean. We've reached out to Bank of America for comment. We are waiting to hear back from the company.
Just like in that clip, there's a million other clips that we could show you and share with you. We will. But just to pay attention to what's happening in Bank of America right now. So what's happening is literally that people are going to their bank account and there's deficits. They're like, yo, where's my money at? And what's happening is they're running out of money.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the scary part. The scary part is when they run out of money, now they're coming after your reserves. Your reserves, the 401ks, and I don't know exactly how that works. I want you to educate us. What does that mean for people that have 401ks, Roth accounts, IRAs? How does that work? What does that mean for them?
Okay, so some of the issues that you're speaking of, or the things that we see today, it's kind of layered in a sense. So when you think about how money grows or how the banks utilize our money, so what's happening is we're putting our money in their banks, in the banks. They're offering us less than 1% return on their money. National average may be 0.05%, or in some accounts you get 0% interest on it. But what they do with the money, it does not stay in the bank. You put your money in the bank, it's not in the bank. They take it and put it in other strategies, index strategies, and other growth accounts where the money is more protected and it's more tax advantageous, and they get to use your money to do what they need to do to grow the wealth for that institution. And so when they're using their money, if we're in a situation where there is a recession on the horizon or an existing recession, your money is not in the bank. It's in different places. And so there's some information out there about this country being in debt, trillions of dollars. And when we are thinking about where our money is, where we're choosing to put our money, which vehicles we're choosing to grow our money, we have to think about, is it protected? Is it in the most tax advantageous account? Meaning, if something happens in this country, the market crashes, or we're in a recession, how much of my money is still going to be there? And if you have them in these accounts like banks, which are fixed accounts, if you have them in most of your assets or all of your assets in a variable account, it's not protected. And so you're losing chunks of your retirement money or your savings plan or any money that you're thinking is growing. It's all at risk.
So let's break down real quickly the type of accounts. I want that just because I think that's what we're missing to be educated on the type of accounts, right?
Great
So
question.
we have some type of account. I heard you say fixed, variable, and I think it's some other. Let's identify, if you could take 30 seconds on each
Right.
one, what each account is, so we can be educated. Okay, what is she talking about?
Right. So it's three ways, essential ways that money can grow. You have fixed, variable, and indexed. Fixed would be a savings account or certificate of deposit, aka CDs. And so it is considered fixed because whatever interest rate that financial institution is offering you, that is what you're going to get for the duration of that account. There's pros and cons to that. Maybe in your fixed account you have what you need for your expenses or emergency funds. However, it's not growing. And as cost of living is increasing, as inflation is rising, if your money is not keeping up with it or passing it, your money is depreciating in value. So that's why you wouldn't want all of your money in that vehicle, because you don't want to passively lose money.
Now, and I want to say this, guys, if you don't understand what is happening right now, I've seen some clips of some other countries, literally, and it's happening to them, right? Where they have, matter of fact, I'll try to throw up a clip. I want you guys to check this out.
So I'm a Bank of America, and everybody's missing money. I'm also missing money, over $1,300, and they're telling me to call customer service. And they keep hanging up on people. This another person here is also missing money. So we're trying to see what's going on. Money's missing today, and we need our money. And they're already telling us to call customer service, and customer service ain't doing nothing about it. So just a heads up, if anybody's experiencing this, please let us know, because this is not right. I'm missing $1,400 from my account, and they're telling me that there's no way they can help us. This guy's missing money too. This other person is missing money too. And you missing money too? There you go. So this is not something that's just one person. This is everybody's happening to them. And this is crazy. This is very crazy. Yes, Bank of America decided to take people's money without their consent. And we're asking what's going on, and they're giving us a runaround. Everybody for the same thing, man. Same thing.
They're having their money, and they're literally just the money is not the paper that they have. That's money. They're just they literally can't use it. So it's just on the street, thrown away, and you can't even use this money. Is this potentially what may be happening right now in the United States?
Very possible, because think about this. If over the last 2 or 3 years, inflation has risen up to 8 or 9%,
Correct.
but you have most or all of your money sitting in the bank that's giving you less than 1%. So that means your cost of living is about 8%, and you're growing your money at a rate of less than 1%. That means you have more than a 7% gap in the buying power of your dollar, which means you passively lost about 7% or more of your money just because it didn't grow with inflation or cost of living. It's and so it used to be where we had to grow our money for extra. It is imperative that we grow our money so that we are not in a deficit.
And we went over all of them: fixed, variable, and there was one more.
I did fix, and then variable would be things like 401k, 403b, mutual funds, IRAs, stocks and bonds. Those are considered variable accounts, because what happens in those accounts, you put your money in, and if you're with a company that's offering your 401k, they match, and then it's invested into the stock market. And so the variability lies within how the market is performing, how it's fluctuating. If you're depending on your allocations, if the market is performing well, you have unlimited growth potential. But then if the market is performing poorly, you have unlimited loss potential. And so here you have it where your retirement money or whatever you have as a nest egg is going up and down with the market. And think about over the last few years,
What's
such
been happening?
volatility in the market due to the pandemic and everything else of trying to come out of the pandemic. People have lost big chunks of their retirement money. Think about that.
Yeah,
You've worked for 10, 20, 30,
that's
40, 50
so scary,
years,
man.
and you're
Wow.
losing chunks of money just because of no protection on your bottom line.
So let me break this down what exactly she said. All right. So for those who are, and I hope this is not you, but if you are this person, you need to pay attention. If you have been working at your job for the past 20, 25 years, 15 years, whatever, and you've been putting your money inside a 401k account, if you will, because I hear that 401k thing all the time. I don't know what it is. I never had one. Um, this is a variable account, which means think of it like a surfing of the ocean, where you see waves going up and down. So you can look at your 401k account one day and you're up, and man, that's a great day. You can wake up the next morning and it's all the way gone because of variables, right? So basically, what this means is in your 401k, as you've been working and waiting and working this thing out with your company right now, you literally wake up and all your money's gone because they're using your account. With that being said, I want to show y'all this clip that's, man, you got to pay attention, man. Stay tuned. Let's go.
Bank of America customers say money is missing from their accounts. People are sounding off about this on social media, and this morning we know of at least one person who says their checking account was wiped clean.
What up, guys? Man, Dream with Dream Motivates University. Here's what you get with your tuition. Number one, you're going to get an awesome Letterman jacket, t-shirt, and wristband. Let's deep dive. We're going to get discounts on all events and courses, a list of Zoom masterclasses with skilled instructors, access to our amazing book club. We're also going to give you discounts to all marketing materials brought to you by Dream Media Agency. And last but not least, discounts on all our merch. I can't wait. I'll see you on the other side. DMU, Dream Motivates University. Let's get it. All right, welcome back to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. That clip along with many other clips, is just a couple of things that you'll start seeing in social media. Shout out to social media. You know, you can't believe everything you see. I get it. I think I poked enough holes through this thing to absolutely find out some sourcing, and some of the stuff that I've seen most definitely so far is 100% accurate, right? So now, just on the uh, as far as educational purpose, I know we were going into about the index accounts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're just kind of so because we need to understand like how these accounts work. So how does an index account work?
Okay, so when you think about indexing, it's allowing your money to grow in a step-like fashion. And so what it does, it allows your money to mirror the stock market, but your money's not directly in it. And what's happening is if the stock market is performing well, your money grows. If the stock market performs poorly, you don't lose any money. As opposed to in those variable accounts I was speaking of, you lose money when the market crashes.
So if it does good, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
If it does bad, look,
It's
you're
yeah,
not going down.
right. You're locking in what you have.
So it always goes up.
So it's growing in a step-like fashion as opposed to up and down, up and down.
So
And
why wouldn't we all just put our money in
that's
like account like so is there a bank you could put like how do you so what do we do right?
so you have to get that from a financial professional. A person, not every company offers it. Not every financial professional is educated and knows how to properly structure it. And so you have to seek one who knows how to structure it and their company offers it. And so, quite honestly, one reason that variable accounts are so popular is because it's heavily taxed. How does this country run? Taxes that are being paid. And
Dang.
so it's heavily taxed. Not only are you losing money up and down with the market, but when you get ready to use that money in distribution, you owe taxes to, if you pay state taxes to the state, and you also owe taxes to the IRS. So if everyone had these other accounts that are more tax advantageous, it may, you know, change things around in this country. And so,
So I don't want to speak out of term. This is something that you able to help us in your wheelhouse right now.
yes, mm-hmm,
So will we ask, and you don't have to. We
mm-hmm,
ask people, and first of all, I want to just thank you for your time.
mm-hmm,
My sister be on me, her calendar be. She like, look, I was like, look, I got a 911 sis. I got some questions.
uh-huh,
Um, we ask, our guests that come in to maybe are we able to give out some free consultations for people, or can you
sure,
educate?
mm-hmm,
Okay, so here's what I want to do. Call to action right now. Go to @Dream Motivates on Instagram. You could go there right now. I want you to give me the hashtag financial literacy. Hashtag financial literacy. One more again, go to @Dream Motivates. Hashtag financial literacy. And then, we'll give the list to Dr. Loretta. Dr. Loretta will give you a consultation.
mm-hmm,
And then you guys can go ahead and see what you want to do. However, this is a 911 call.
mm-hmm.
This is exactly the same call that they was giving people when it came to having that storm, because here comes a financial storm,
Yes.
right?
That's a great analogy because we need to be in a sense of urgency and emergency about growing our money, but also protecting it. And these accounts, these banks, and these variable accounts and things like that, if all of our assets are there, we're losing, and all of our assets are at risk. So we have to be emergently growing our money as well as emergently protecting our money.
So would it be safe to say, and I know you got to tread lightly,
Mm-hmm.
but you are the financial coach, but
Mm-hmm.
is it safe to say that, especially, man, no disrespect to BOA, I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I'm seeing stuff. Is it safe to say that a call to action would be, it's probably safe for you to take that money out of that account, 911 style, and move it to a what's the account called, the
Index
an
accounts.
index account that is protected
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or at least a portion of it.
so how do we, okay, let's say we got 40,000, right, and we
Mm-hmm.
want to put the money in the index account.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get to our money? Can we go to ATM machine? How do we get to it? So because at a bank we could Okay, we see the money there. We can
Mhm.
transfer the money. We can Zelle.
Mhm.
How do we can we access our money even though it's in that account? How do we do it?
You access it through the company. Either you have a login where you get that money transferred to where you want it transferred to, or you can get a check sent to you.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you
Mhm.
do have access. Can you instantly Zelle or can you?
No, it's
Okay,
not like
that's
instantly
so
Zelle. Mhm.
that's the con,
Mhm.
which I'll take that con over waking up and
Losing.
my money
Mhm.
gone.
That's why I say it's a time and place for each type of account that exists, whether it's fixed, whether it's variable, whether it's indexed. But choosing which one you use at what time, how much you should have in these accounts, you need a financial professional to guide you on that. And so you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket, period, because there are pros and cons to all of them, but some of them have more pros than cons. And so the ones that have more pros, and meaning more tax advantageous, more protection, and then still allows you to grow, that's where you would probably consider to put most of your money. And then the one that's variable, depending on if you're working for a company that's the only type of account that they offer you, then maybe have one of those and they match certain percentage. But not everything, not all of your assets. And so when we're talking about diversifying your portfolio, you want to diversify it in a way that allows you to have tax diversification and protection diversification, as opposed to just having different buckets that are all similar and that will all be taxed the same.
My question to you right now,
Mhm.
before we get out of here, I know you got to get out of here quickly, but
Mhm.
the question is, what would you tell your loved one, your uncle, your auntie, even your mother
Mhm.
right now? She's been working for a company for 15, 20 years. Today, she has all her retirement in a 401k. That's how she's going to do it. That's what she's been working. She's been working all this time.
Mhm.
What would you tell her to do right now?
I'll probably tell her roll it over into an indexed annuity, because that index account allows it to grow, but it protects her bottom line and her ability. If she doesn't need to use that money right now, rolling it over would allow her to not have those pre penalty fees or taxes. And so it'll protect it for the rest of her life. And then it'll allow it to continue to grow. And so whenever she's ready to use it, now she has that money to use instead of it just still being gambled up and down with the market.
Because you're gambling. It's a form
That's
of
how I
gambling.
yeah, that's how I look at it.
Because they're basically taking your hard-earned money, using that money, in probably an index account. They're probably taking your money, put an index account, making the money from the index account. Is that what you think that's going on?
Look it up. It's all over the internet.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Listen. Uh, call
Yeah.
to action 911. Get with a financial planner. We're not trying to just shout. I mean, shout out to Dr. Loretta Wall for being here with us.
Mhm.
But go find somebody, right? So
Mhm.
that's just first and foremost. However, call to action for our viewers. If you're looking right now, go to @Dream Motivates. Hashtag financial literacy. We'll forward everything to Dr. Loretta. You can go ahead and get a full consultation. If you have a 401k, you got some Roths and stuff in your money, just keep an eye on that, see what's going on. I highly advise, don't place all your money in, like she said, in one basket. You might need about 4 or 5 baskets, just kind of pushing around. So, call to action. I don't know what's going on right now or when you will see this video, but I need you to pay attention to the banking system as we speak. Depending on the day that you actually see this video, hopefully you are not in a bad situation. However, if you're hearing it, flee from the storm before it comes. I'm gonna say that again.
Mhm.
Get away from the storm before it comes. Don't get caught up in the storm. It's your man Dream with
Mhm.
Dr. Loretta Wall, our new
Yeah.
principal at DMU. Thank you for just sharing your knowledge and thank you for holding us down as far as just teaching us right
Mhm.
now. And we thank you so much for spending time with us on your very busy day. She literally stopped what she was doing. I told her, please come in so we can educate us. But thank you for your time again.
I appreciate you for inviting me. This information is so important in our community and worldwide. If we don't have information, we perish. If we
Right.
don't have knowledge, we perish. And so, if I can help in any way, I want to do that. I want to spread knowledge across the U.S. and hopefully that we create more financial independence and security.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Once again, this is Dr. Loretta Wall right here at Dream Motivates University. Man, we are super, super excited, and I'm just caring enough about you. Please share this video with somebody you love or care about their financial literacy. And once again, it's your man Dream. Dream motivates the entrepreneur blueprint. Like and subscribe on our YouTube. Let's go.